So I'm going to teach you what we would do for any discoloration on the lid. Say we want to create a blank canvas for your skin tone. I'm going to link a video really quickly. I want you to watch this because it's going to be the exact same theory. It's just going to be on our eyes. I'm going to visually show you here, but this really does explain a lot. Let's go. Oh, this is Soft Brick Cream Clay Shadow. This is my collab with Mob. I'm going to show you something first, and I also want to do one eye with a regular base and then one eye with this base, okay? And then I want to use a cool palette. I got ideas, and I'm going to teach y'all stuff. But first, okay, but so much. I'm too excited. I'm ahead of myself. Let me gather my thoughts. All right, so this isn't going to be for my skin tone. I'm going to build this up a little bit more. I'm just diffusing out a liquid shadow. I just want to make sure that everybody is always included, because I'm here to help everyone. I'm not just here to help myself. Okay, so we have our darkness. Think of this as discoloration. Melasma, think of it like that. So what we're gonna do is let this completely dry down first. Okay, I'm back. So what I'm demonstrating here is this is that same color. Think the darker tones around the eye, and even darker ones than this can definitely be corrected with this color. But this is the same shadow on top of both. And you'll notice that this one is showing very true, but this one is warming up, and it's a very cool tone shadow. So the darkness around our eyes is really going to change the way that shows up. So that being said, the next step would to be color correcting. And I'm gonna go get the link for this. I can't believe this is our collab. So cool. Let me walk you through it. And the color that I'm about to use to correct this with, you could even have a darker melasma or darker circles, darker eye area than this. So I'm just doing it this dark for now. Now, just like underneath our eye, we definitely want short, dense bristles here. Actually, I think I had something on this. Hang on, let me wipe this off on Sheila. Okay, we're good to go. So this is Soft Brick. I'm gonna tag it right there. And we're just going to use a very tiny amount, and we're just gonna correct. Now, the reason that I wouldn't use a normal corrector on my lid is because of the formula. This formula is just very thin. It's designed for the eye area, so we can do top and bottom with it. We love a 2-for-1 special. And we just want to evenly and very thinly coat that discoloration. And if you're still not sure what the heck is going on here, color correcting. And most of the time, this type of darkness in deeper skin tones, again, this is definitely for a deeper skin tone, I would use peach, but there's going to be a lot of blue going over into purple. And if you'll look at a color wheel, you're going to see this on the other side of that blue purple situation. So that's a really easy way to look at it. But now I'm going to keep smoothing this out a little bit more. Almost evenly covered. And then we would just ever so lightly cover this with concealer, an eyeshadow base closer to your skin tone. Now this one is going to be closer to my skin tone, and again, what I just showed is not for my skin tone, but this works. This is makeup science. This is not a hack. There's no hack here. This is what works. So then we would just start from the lash line and start to cover all of that up. And it would just be in very thin layers. You have to think about it. There wouldn't have been that third layer of this. There would just be the two, and it would be absolutely perfect. And then our cool tones would show up more true. I know that was a lot, but I just want to make sure that if you have a cool palette, you're getting the most out of it, and it's showing up as true as it is here on your skin tone. Okay, so please go watch that series. That is one of the best series ever. No, that was not sponsored. e.l.f. had just launched those at the time, and I actually bought them myself. I just knew that they were so affordable that I wanted to do videos on them so everybody could participate, because they're very good for how much they are. There are other correctors I enjoy way more because they're just really, really nice, but for that price, they were really, really good. And let's see, what else did I want to tell y'all? Oh, I want to do one side with a white eyeshadow base and then one side with this, with the cool tone palette. I want to show you the difference on my eyeballs. I'm going to finish my skin prep too. I have a bottle downstairs and a bottle upstairs. Cannot live my life without it. So this is basically my skincare routine that you're seeing. I did just wipe all that off with some micellar water. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my serum. And I'm using my Anissa Beauty Angle Care Brush. All skin types. And it's anti-aging. It's scented. It's a very light scent. A light, fresh scent. Me sniffing my upper lip. Skincare is something I get asked about a lot, and I've been using this probably 6 or 7 months, definitely long enough to tell you all how much I love it. But do keep in mind, we're all different. We're all going to enjoy different things, but for me, this is working. And I will say skincare is something my DMs are full of, and I will say genetics play a huge part, but I have always been one that looks for a really good serum, and I think that this just checks all of my boxes. I love it, I love it, I love it. I feel like we learn so much when I do these. So let's do our clean canvas on this side. I'm using the shade Fair. It's pretty neutral, very light, which is going to make sure these cool tones show up the way that they do in the pan. I'm using my C31 for this. This is 20% off in the Creator Trio right now. Let me get you that link. We have never done 20% off before, and we wanted to celebrate the Mob collab that we did together. So these brushes all pair, the ones I'm going to link, they pair beautifully with the Trust the Process collection. Go check it out. Now we're going to do the warm base, which is Soft Brick on this side. And also, there's no right or wrong. Say you have a cool palette and you don't reach for it a lot, use a warm base underneath it. You might use it more. Make sure this is really nice and even across the lid, just like our clean canvas over here. So what we have here is our Stone Cold Fox palette, and I grabbed this shade and I'm pressing it into our socket here. I'm just gonna really build it up. I'm gonna get a link for the palette. Hopefully this palette's in stock. I didn't even check. It's one of my favorite cool tone palettes ever. Same thing over here. Makeup is just so fascinating to me. And just like any tacky base, these both have a very similar texture, but you really want to make sure that you're pressing that shadow into it, not swiping. Think of it just like we're setting our under eye. We don't swipe underneath our under eye when we're setting with our puff. We press. We really work and press that product into the base being the eyeshadow base or the base being the concealer. Now I'm going to grab this shade here to transition. This is all going to be cleaned up, same on both sides. Obviously this side's going to stand out more. I'm grabbing this shade and we're just going to tap this right above. All the way across. Now we're going to do this shade. That's going to go on our brow bone. I'm bringing it over this way. And then same thing over here. Is this not wild? Just wait till it's cleaned up. But the difference here is so wild and it's so easy. And now we have such a warmer tone over here. And I almost feel like this side is just melted in. No right or wrong. I never do these comparisons for there to be a right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. There's only one right or wrong, and that's still up to you. I would love that our foundation and concealer shade matches. Everything else is just paint on the cake. So I added a little bit more base to each eye, just the lid, like I normally would do, just so it pops and grabs it, because we're going to use the silver shimmer. Let's go ahead and apply that. I'm using my C30. I love doing these videos. I think they're so much fun and so educational. I don't mind it kind of feathering over into the crease a little bit. So we're just cleaning it up. The reason I'm smiling is I do this every single day and it's still just so fun because one simple thing just changes everything. And that's one thing that I love about makeup. And this is why I don't do my eye cream when I know I might have fallout. We'll put the eye cream back on in just a second. Or we'll put some on. I didn't have any on. Remember, I just had on this serum. It's this one. It's a biphase. I shook it up. I got wild. Love this one. This one I feel like is even more dry. That's a good thing. Dry does not mean bad. I just want to say it's not as oily, since it is a biphase, as the Elemis. I love both, but if you have oily skin but maybe a couple dry patches, you're gonna love this one. This one's a little bit heavier. Heavy is good. We need to say those words without thinking that they're bad sometimes. The Elemis is a little bit more hydrating, a little bit more, it feels more like an oil. This one doesn't, but you still get those benefits. So I'm gonna link this one. I'm just in my 2016 era again. So I'm wanting them wings, okay? Having fun with them. While I finish my liner, I feel like oily skin types feel like they cannot wear oils, but sometimes oils, they pair so nicely with makeup. That being said, if you're very oily through the center, or if you have a certain part of the face that is oily, you don't have to add it there. I feel like we forget that we can just use skincare on certain parts of the face. And I feel like we even forget that with primers, because my face, even though I'm balanced to dry, I'm balanced to dry. So I'm different on different parts of my face, and every day is a different skin journey, honestly. Some days I'm drier than others. Some days I'm even a little bit more oily. Maybe a product or a retinol kind of just activated some oil. So just don't forget that we can use skincare on different parts of our face. And even though we think that we're oily, stay away from oil, you'd be surprised. So I'm testing a new foundation. I can't say what it is. It's not released yet. But I'm letting it dry down because on my hand, it looks so different. It looks like it matches so much better. So let's let that dry down. And this is also a really good lesson for all of you. Foundations, they need to dry down before we make our decisions. I've talked about it a lot, but I'm gonna let this dry down, honestly. I'm gonna let it sit here for a while. And then I'm gonna swatch a fresh swatch above it, and you'll see. Now that is the same color. It's not a bad thing that foundation dries down like that, but it's probably disheartened you quite a bit. And it's for things to be long wearing. I love how I'm like hugging myself. I'm trying to hug all of y'all. For foundations to be long wearing, they have to have certain ingredients, and those ingredients, they evaporate and they leave that pigment behind, and they leave the true color. I have so many videos on this. But unfortunately, we have to wait for things to dry down before we choose that color. Now, luckily, a lot of places, they allow you to swatch, and they even have return policies. I don't return things. I feel like for me, this is my job. So I just keep it for future reference, but definitely take part in the return policies if there is one. But if you can go to a store and swatch and let it dry down, it's best. All right, let's do the foundation. Remember, it's gonna look a little off, but it is a long wear foundation. The name literally has something to do with long wear in it. So we're not gonna go off of all this. Remember, it's gotta dry down. Ooh, I like the way it looks though. Aside from it looking like a banana in a pajama right now. Please, I promise. I was there too. I would have wiped this off and said absolutely not. Probably would have cried it off. There was a lot of crying in the beginning. See? Not a banana in a pajama anymore. Now let's add our concealer. Natasha Denona, shade R5. Brighten up a little bit through the center. Blend that in with our C31. We'll take it in here very lightly. Not too much crept over, so we're good. So we're doing our Givenchy powder on our Rose & Ben Beauty setting puff. The setting puff. You just gotta sit in your room and laugh at yourself sometimes. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of soft brick cream clay, and that's gonna go underneath here, just a tiny amount. And then I'm gonna wipe off my brush. Remember, the fibers don't absorb, so you can just wipe it off on your makeup towel, on Sheila. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit of clean canvas. Everything runs away from me. I'm the problem. Just a tiny amount, just to make sure it's nice and grippy under here. And then let's use that same crease color, just a very tiny amount. And remember, it's going to grip it, so it's not gonna fluff into our contacts or into our eye. I'm grabbing very tiny amounts. It might be a little bit slower, but we'd rather be a little slower under here than have this go into our contact. And then we're gonna use the same color on this side. Base is so wild. It's so crazy. Undertones are just wild, and it just never ceases to amaze me, and I love it so much. Now I'm going to do a cooler gray on this side on my waterline. This one's from ColourPop. It's called Karaoke Night. And then we'll do a little bit warmer shade on this side. And 36 bronzer. I can't stop staring at the eyes. It's so fascinating. Because of course this is going to stand out more because the base was lighter. But then this side just looks so melted in. So cool. I cannot stop using this. I love this formula. I want to get all of them. I need to go get them. This is the Sephora collection. The shade is Dressed to the 90s. And it's a gel lip liner, which is really, really cool because it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it wears, oh my gosh, it wears beautifully. So if you want to know my favorite lip liner formula, it's this one. Now we're going to top that with this. I love these. Love. These are the Milk Odyssey Lip Oil Gloss. You just have to put it on to understand the name. Ooh, that color with this liner. So pretty. So much fun. I love both. No right or wrong. That's what I like about it, as we mentioned. I'm gonna take this off now. I'm gonna go film some more stuff. If you've learned anything, you've learned that if you have some cool tones and you don't really reach for them, if you just use a warmer base, you're gonna reach for that palette some more. Or if you really wanna make sure your cool tones were cool tone and use a base that's lighter and then more closer to your skin tone, or even a white eyeshadow base. And if you're thinking, hey, I have a darker skin tone, I can't use a white eyeshadow base, remember, it's gonna get covered. We cover that with the foundation on the parts that are exposed, and the rest is covered with the eyeshadow, so don't be afraid to have some fun with that. I love y'all so much. I've got a couple more ideas that I want to get out of my makeup mind, but then I also want some more coffee, so I'm gonna go get some more coffee. I love y'all with all of my heart. I'm posting an ad tonight, but it's super helpful. If I'm posting an ad, you're gonna learn something. It's gonna be helpful. It's not just buy this. But I do appreciate all of your support and your trust. Your trust means the world to me. All right, if nobody's told you today, I love you so much, and I'll see you in the comments tonight.